WCBI News at 10 starts now.
An early morning fire breaks out at Zachary's Restaurant in downtown Columbus. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jory Talley.
And I'm Cash Matlock. The Columbus Fire Department responded to a call about the fire from a concerned pedestrian at 5 a.m. this morning. Employees say the fire started in the kitchen and was most likely from an electrical issue. Owner Doug Pelham says the kitchen as well as the front of the restaurant are a total loss. No one was in the building at the time of the fire. Pelham says the business will begin rebuilding as early as Monday.
Well, Cash, the fire is an obvious financial loss for the business, but it's also an emotional and sentimental loss for the community. That's right, and employees there spent the day trying to salvage what little bit they could, including the hundreds of memorabilia items that they're so well known for.
You said that you got that call around 5:30. What was going through your mind? Did you know how bad it was at first?
Zachary's Restaurant in Columbus has been a staple in the community for nearly 2 decades. In fact, they were gearing up to celebrate their anniversary next week. But one phone call changed everything.
The inside is completely gone.
It was devastating. And then we finally made it back to the kitchen area, and it was too much.
Owner Doug Pelham and his employees spent the entire day Sunday cleaning and digging through the damage.
We're taking the memorabilia off the wall, trying to salvage what we can.
Trying to salvage as much as we can, taking the pictures down, took all the pictures down, taking all the memorabilia out of the restaurant, trying to save what we can, clean what we can.
Although the memorabilia is important to both employees and customers, Pelham says it could have been a lot worse.
You know, fortunately, that's the bright side of it, is nobody got hurt, and we can replace everything, the memorabilia, we can replace things like that. But you can't replace life.
Pelham says the restaurant will start reconstruction Monday morning.
We're going to be back. We're very community oriented. We try to do a lot of things for the community, and I think the community needs us. And so we will be back. We'll be stronger than ever.
In true Zachary's fashion, we're going to do it in half the time that we're expected to do it in.
Members of the community have set up a GoFundMe page for the business to help pay their staff since they're unable to work at the restaurant at this time. For more information, you can visit our website at WCBI.com. It's time now for our first look at our forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Hey, Jacob.
Hey Cash, we had a great Sunday today. Lots of sun out there. Really enjoyed the warm weather. Temperatures now have fallen into the 60s for most of us. Still 71 at the Golden Triangle Airport, down to 64 in Starkville. We'll call it a mostly clear sky across the area. Just a few high clouds here and there. As we look at satellite and radar, some big showers and storms off to our north from Illinois off into Kansas. Those will stay up there. Not expecting any rain in the next couple of days. What we will see is a taste of summer. The humidity will rise and we will feel that sticky air. Do have some late week storms in the forecast. Those details in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Jacob. An International Culture Festival kicked off at the Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science today.
That's right. Our Stephanie Poole has more on the story.
Smells of food, sounds of music, and laughter are all in the air at the International Cultural Festival. Mississippi School for Mathematics and Science students and Mississippi University for Women students all came out to celebrate. David Henson is one of those students. He moved to the United States about 4 years ago.
Helps kind of bring us together as a whole because it shows like, for example, food. Everybody's serving food, and it shows like how all of us enjoy food around the world in different ways, but we still enjoy it, of course.
11 different countries were represented at the event. Program coordinator Esmond Sang says celebrating where you're from is the overall take-home message.
One big thing is that we want people to continue remembering their past because that helps us grow and go into the future and taking part of the decisions that we make throughout school, and that, you know, we're not just here academically, but we're here to celebrate everything that we come from.
Whether listening to music, getting a henna, or learning calligraphy, this festival had plenty of choices to choose from.
Showing everyone that, you know, we're proud of our heritage, and even though we've all come together here, and we can all appreciate and take part in each other's traditions and foods and enjoy it.
Reporting in Columbus, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
MSMS put on the free event.
Celebrating diversity. That was the theme highlighting the 17th annual Mississippi Trailblazers Award ceremony in Tupelo this weekend. Laughter, elegance, and celebrations were all on full display as more than 100 people came out to the gala. During the event, 6 Mississippians, ranging from educators to lawmakers to law enforcement officers, were recognized for their contributions in helping promote diversity all throughout the state.
The basic criteria is for people who have made a difference in diversity. That is what the whole program is about. People who have engaged in multicultural exchange, people who have engaged in positive race relations, and folks who've made a contribution to diversity.
Well, the host for the gala was none other than comedian, actor, and entertainer Michael Collier. For a complete list of the individuals who were awarded this weekend, just head on over to our website at WCBI.com.
For the past 2 nights, we've been following a Starkville dancer as she works toward her dream of becoming a professional dancer.
In this final installment, we meet the teachers who are training aspiring dancers chasing their dreams. Our Riley Livingston has more.
The Nexus Dance Experience has faculty members from all over the country. They work with celebrities like Jennifer Lopez, Lady Gaga, and Britney Spears, and choreograph for award shows like the Grammys. And now they're passing their skills onto the next generation.
Faculty at Nexus trains hundreds, if not thousands, of dancers each year. They hope each dancer learns more than just fancy footwork.
Work ethic is so important for anything they do in life, and also we are geared towards obviously dance careers, but everything we teach in our class are their life skills, whether they want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a paramedic, or they want to be teachers themselves. They are learning all the skills that will make them successful. So we're using dance as kind of, the voice for them, which they connect to.
The dancers who attend conventions like Nexus can have doors open for them if they put in the work.
I know for me personally, I have hired many dancers from this. But again, I want to be clear, it's not about that. When I come in, I'm not looking to say like, okay, I can hire somebody. I can't tell you how many people I've hired for TV, for shows. One of the counselors actually I used to assist me for High School Musical, and I didn't have to worry about it because I already knew his work ethic from here.
Program director Nancy O'Mara says she enjoys seeing the leads grow and find their own niche.
Some of them, one of them is off on working in Cirque du Soleil, you know what I mean, doing something different, but to see they all sort of go off into different things, but the one thing that they always say is that the experience that they had, being a lead counselor, the experience that they have speaking on the microphone, communication, everything else, they really feel like moving forward with their auditioning or any kind of an interview process, they really feel like the program has helped them immensely.
The faculty hopes that one day their students will surpass them.
The gift that a teacher can bring to a student is that they need to one day not only be the master and be as good as a teacher, they should surpass it. Every generation should get better because we should just be passing on all the knowledge we learned from our mistakes so that the next generation doesn't have to make them. They can go on to bigger and better things.
Ainsley Dobbs is wrapping up her last leg of the tour today in San Diego. Her final stop will be Nationals in the summer.
All right, thanks, Riley. This week's Mom to Mom coming up after the break. Y'all stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. Although Easter was a week ago, you still might have a lot of decorative plastic eggs sitting around the house. Here's some tips on what you could do to get them out of your house and use some educational tips with them. Here's this week's Mom to Mom.
Today on Mom to Mom, I'm going to give you some great tips on how to turn these old Easter eggs into a great learning tool. We all have that endless amount of old Easter eggs that the kids have, and we never know what to do with them, and I hate throwing them away. So I found this great tip, and it's using old Easter eggs as learning tools. I have written a number on here on a pink egg, and what the kids have to do is find 3 pink pom-poms and put it in there, and voila, they've learned to count and they're recognizing their numbers. The next thing is you can use this as an addition tool. You put different variations of a addition problem. 5 plus 1 equals 6, 2 plus 4 equals 6, and they literally just have to turn it around, and that's a good way to memorize those addition problems. And I've used these to teach uppercase and lowercase. Reading, you just turn it around, write different variations of a word, pop, top mop, turn it around, and they learn how to sound out their letters. For those little ones out there, you could teach letter recognition. Put your little letters in there, and it's kind of fun for them to open it, and they just say, "Oh, Mom, that's a J." So that's a fun way to teach them letter recognition. Well, moms, I hope that you found this useful, and as always, connect with me on Facebook, and I'll see y'all next week.
Mom to Mom is brought to you by Mom to Be on Wilkins Wise Road in Columbus.
A much quieter night tonight in Louisville, Mississippi. Now, of course, this weekend was full of anniversaries and reminders of 2 different tornado outbreaks, which has touched us all in one way or another. 5 years ago tonight in Louisville, the lives we all lived and the landscape we loved changed forever after a violent EF4 tornado left 10 dead in Winston County, damaging structures including the hospital and the sawmill. Another strong tornado tore through Tupelo that day, destroying hundreds of structures. Amazingly, nobody was killed there. And 8 years ago yesterday, numerous tornadoes tore through our area. The hardest hit was Smithville, where 16 lives were lost. For all of us left to clean up the pieces, our lives will never be the same. Tonight, we'll take a moment to remember those still hurting from those terrible days. We'll be right back.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Well, what a great day we had. Lots of sunshine today, very nice and warm, nice and clear right now on our Alpha Insurance Skycam network across the area. In Tupelo right now, the temperature is down to 69, the dew point at 63. So felt maybe a little sticky out there today with all of the moisture coming back in, but we've got a calm wind. Overall, not a bad evening. If we look at satellite and radar across the region, just a few thin high clouds streaming on through. So we're going to stay that way through much of the night tonight, keeping it mostly clear. Where we are right now is 65 in Amory, 66 in Columbus. It's 68 in Vernon. Those temperatures will drop down, I think, into the upper 50s and lower 60s. I've got us down to 59 in Amory, 57 in Eupora, 60 in Pontotoc, Winona down to 57. We'll also get down to 58 later on tonight in Macon. As we go to Monday then, tomorrow, lots of sunshine coming for us. It will be great. A nice late spring day for us. Temperatures climbing into the low to middle 80s out there. Perhaps with a little bit of that moisture in place, it may feel a little warmer than that. Just a taste of summer coming for us with light south winds between 5 and 10 miles an hour. Futurecast keeps us high and dry through the day Monday. Just some high clouds here and there. Overall, we'll call it sunny to mostly sunny during the day. Not expecting any problems out there. Nice and warm. 83 in Tupelo, 82 in Pontotoc and in Houston. Oxford and Water Valley checking in at 81. As we head to the south into the Golden Triangle, mid-80s for us. 84 in Starkville, West Point, and in Columbus. I've got 86 in Macon, 82 in Winona, Grenada up to 83. West Alabama, nice warm for us too. 84 in Sulligent and in Vernon. Reform at 83. We'll get to 84 in Aliceville Monday afternoon. As we look ahead here, south winds keep around for us here. We don't really have any weather systems coming in the next couple of days here. By Wednesday, though, I think enough Gulf moisture is in place and an upper level disturbance starts to slide our way, where maybe we have to look for an isolated shower or storm. Better chances are going to hold off until Thursday, especially Thursday night into Friday, when we can get that moisture in place here. We're heading those dew point values into the upper 60s. It's going to feel a little bit humid out there as we get later on into the week, a little more like summer that's coming just around the corner for us. Again, if we get the rain, I think the best chance is Thursday night into Friday here. Overall, the heaviest amounts look to be off to our west. But we still could see a half inch, maybe a little more, a little less in our area here. The higher amounts again to the west. Most of that coming Thursday and on Friday. I do think, though, the weekend has a chance for some storms, too. Mostly clear and calm tonight. Temperatures down to the upper 50s and low 60s. Thursday and Friday seem to be the days with the best chance for rain, particularly Thursday night. We'll have to watch the weekend, though. I've introduced the chance for a few isolated showers and storms both on Saturday and Sunday.
Mississippi State and Georgia finishing out a weekend series at the New Dude. Highlights from the matchup are coming up next in sports with the birthday girl.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
Well, the best way to come back after being swept on the road is by simply getting a sweep at home. That feat for Mississippi State would not be easy against Georgia, the leader in the SEC East. But coming to Dudy Noble, somehow the Bulldogs were still able to pull it off. Let's head to Starkville. MSU looking to plunge back into the top of the standings with a sweep over Georgia. Peyton Plumlee on the mound for the Diamond Dogs. Riley King hits one to shallow left, giving Georgia 2 on base. Plumlee catches fire and strikes out Cam Shepard, one of 3 straight strikeouts to end the top of the first. Bottom of the second now, 1 out and 1 on. Tim Elliott pitching for UGA. Rowdy Jordan smacks one to right. And Foscue advances to third while Jordan gets a single. Next batter, it's going to be Dustin Skelton. He hits a fly to shallow left after the diving grab. Foscue goes home and MSU gets the first run of the afternoon, going up 1-2-0. That same inning, Luke Hancock lines one to right field for a base hit. Jordan advances to third, but both will be left stranded on base. And then the top of the fourth, 1 out, 1 on for Georgia. Cheney Rogers hits it to short for a 6-4-3 inning ending with a double play. Georgia makes a push right at the very end of the game, but MSU pulls out the brooms to complete the sweep. The final in this one's going to be MSU 6, Georgia 5, and we met up with the team after the game.
Colby took a punch and just came back out there and kept pounding the strike zone and made some really good pitches to the last two hitters and got us out of it. But we're just so used to it. It feels like every weekend. Anytime you got a lead or anytime, just the other teams in this league are so talented and so tough that they're not going to quit on you, and that's, typical of SEC baseball.
Pitched the ball great. I mean, obviously Plum went, 7 innings, maybe 2 or 3 hits, and he did an outstanding job, 2 starts in a row. But we're just going to stay even keel, Don't get too low on the lows, don't get too high on the highs.
It's a feeling like no other, man. It's been a long road for me to get back after the suspension, and I've been waiting for that ever since. To have that feeling to walk off, and today to have everybody behind me and all my teammates get so excited, that was a really special moment for me.
While we're already talking baseball, let's check in on the majors. Braves taking on the Rockies this weekend. They get the W after a 3-run homer in the 8th inning. The final, it's a close one, but the Braves come out on top 8-7. The Cardinals also hosting the Reds. Flaherty with 4 strikeouts in his 4 innings of the day. St. Louis gets the win in that one as well, 5-2. The Cardinals also take the series 2-1. And then Chicago with a wild game ending just within the past hour, a lively game at that. In 15 innings, the Cubs are able to fly the W. They get the win 6-5, and Chicago takes the series 2-1 over the Diamondbacks. Well, moving from one diamond to another, it was senior day at News Park and a big win for Mississippi State. Those highlights are coming up after the break. Some Bulldogs watching the Bulldogs at News Park this afternoon. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Tigers up 1 and 2 outs. Montana Davidson sends a bomb over the left field wall. A quick momentum shift to put the Dogs on top. And if you like home runs, this is the game for you. Bottom of the fourth, Fale Lua with the mashed potatoes. A 2-run homer for a 4-2 lead for Mississippi State. In that same inning, Montana Davidson would get back at it again, having herself a day, a 2 RBI double to give Mississippi State a little bit of insurance in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now moving to the bottom of the 5th, Mia Davidson this time doing what she does best, and that's getting home runs, clears the fence, and State leading 8-2. And they do not stop coming. 1 runner on Cat Moore. The silencer finishes off senior day with a run-ruled game home run. MSU tops Mizzou 10-2 and finishes off the Bulldogs' home slate with a series sweep against the Tigers. Next up is a ranked matchup in Gainesville against Florida to finish off the regular season. Ole Miss looking for a series sweep of its own in Oxford with 9th-ranked Tennessee. Top of the second, 2 outs. Molly Jacobson on the mound for the Rebels. Gracie Osborne is struck out looking, and Jacobson keeping the Vols scoreless. Bottom of the 4th, runner at second and no score yet. Autumn Gillespie knocks the ball out into the right field, gets Caitlin Cooper to advance, and she'd be in scoring position at third. Bottom of the 4th, Gabby Alvarez at the plate, smacks one to right. An RBI single for her, gets out, but also gets Cooper home to put Ole Miss on the board first. Ole Miss leading 1-0 in the top of the 6th. Chelsea Segrin sends it out to center field, gives Tennessee just enough time to get Jenna Holcomb home, and the game is now tied up at 1. In the 9th inning, it would still be tied up at 1. A runner on third. Osborne with the hit, and Ole Miss bobbles the ball. Osborne gets the first safe, and the Volunteers get another run home extra late in the ball game. Ole Miss tries to make a last chance effort, but it falls short. Tennessee tops Ole Miss 2-1 in Game 3 of the series. The Rebels close out the regular series next weekend at Georgia. Nothing says championship winner quite like a nice and shiny new ring. The EMCC finally received its rings from the national and state championships in Scuba on Saturday evening. The first-ranked Lions had a historic season after winning the second consecutive NJCAA National Championship. EMCC beat Garden City 10-9 in that championship game. It was also the team's third straight MACJC state championship. The Lions have 7 state titles within the last 10 years and the team's 5th national title overall. That's it for sports. We will have your last look coming up after the break. Stick with us.
Big congratulations to Miss Shawn.
Woohoo! Congrats, Miss Shawn.
If you've ever called the station with a question or to complain about the weather forecast, she has screened your phone call. We love you, Miss Shawn. Congratulations, big wedding day.
She holds us together, and now she's got her own to hold together.
That's
oh my
right.
God, Miss Shawn is amazing.
We
She's
love her.
Absolutely incredible.
We do, and happy birthday to C. Rob over here.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Beautiful day for a birthday girl.
Really, so
yeah.
you got outside, enjoyed
and
it?
wedding.
A little bit, but I had to come in here and actually do my job. So,
Right?
but
Hey, that's
still
how.
love the sun.
That's
So
the way it works.
Jacob,
Yeah, well, we'll
we
give you
have
sunshine.
good weather.
Yeah,
the
we'll
rest
give you
of
some
the week.
sunshine tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you get a day off? I know.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, nobody gets a day off around here. But hey, if you get some time outside tomorrow, lunch should be great. Just enjoy it. Chance for a few isolated showers by Wednesday. It looks like Thursday night into Friday's the best chance of rain. We're watching Market Street Festival next weekend too, of course. There may be a few little isolated showers and storms there. We'll have to watch and see how that plays out. So something definitely worth keeping our eyes on.
Okay. Well, hopefully it will not rain on Market Street.
Fingers
I'm
crossed, right?
hoping for no rain. I would love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
sick of
Well,
the rain.
y'all have a great week. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.